Introducing Rap Grid's Battle Academy. Your chance to start battling right now. All you guys have to do is submit us your best bars for a chance to be featured on Rap Grid in some of the hottest leagues around the world. Yo, what up, Rap Grid? It's your boy Drect. I'm here once again in another nigga's blog on another nigga's channel in another fan's face. Doing a blog. This isn't just a recap because I'm sure there's a lot of other recaps, but I wanna talk to y'all for a second. There's a lot of things going on. So, but first and foremost, let's jump into URL TV's Double Impact event, which was good. First, let me say, I never thought that I would ever see a Smack 2-on-2 event. I thought they would forever shun 2-on-2s, and I got to see a lot of things I might not otherwise see. One of the things being Marvin Quest on Smack doing a 2-on-2. See, here's the thing. Y'all have seen past videos we've done from talking to Marvin Quest. They arguably are the best 2-on-2 team of all time. A lot of people were going with DNA and K-Shine as, you know, the best team of all time before this event. But their name, The Source and Ilmac, these are people that you must bring up. And I feel like this new generation either doesn't want to pay homage to them, or they haven't even done their research to even care that much. And I know sometimes it irks me, so I can imagine how it makes Quest and Marv feel. So even though I know they weren't so hyped to do this battle, it worked out really well for them. Chess and Steams did really good, but I think Marvin Quest just showed up, and they showed why they have that place in history. I think something like this is going to bode well for them going in the future, but I don't even know if they even want to do it again. But yeah, Marvin Quest, great team, solidified their spot after that battle with Chess and Steams, and I can't wait to see that footage because Marvin Quest had one of the best performances of the event. Now, let's go T-Top and Briz Rawstein versus Chilla Jones and B Magic. Now, before this battle, I said that I thought T-Top and Briz Rawstein will be crazy as a team. You know, we know how much they know each other, but I think their styles mesh together really well without necessarily mimicking one another. I thought Chilla and B Magic is on a chemistry level, had a little uphill climb before they will be able to at least match the type of teamwork they'd be able to do. But I said if Chilla schemes and B Magic drops them lines after the schemes, then they're gonna have a good go. There's something going on with B Magic's microphone, I believe. It wasn't like a super big audio technical difficulty, but man, T-Top and Briz went in there and shut the shit down. I had it 3-0. I honestly thought that Chilla Jones and Danger Zone should have been the team out of Writer's Block to go up against them. The chemistry would have been a little better, the synergy. Yeah, but T-Top and Briz was crazy. They had like some type of Nintendo 64 GoldenEye split screen thing. Like, it was crazy. Like, they were shutting down and murdering the crowd every round. The first 2 rounds was crazy. What else do we have? I know usually I have a whole bunch of quotes, but it's too hard to remember 2-on-2 quotes. I'm not scrolling through the Rap Grid timeline right now. Okay, Averb and Young Ill versus Math and Cortez. This battle definitely needs to be talked about. Why? I'm going to tell you why. It's because a lot of people are going to argue about who won this battle. See, Young Ill and Averb started off the battle. Young Ill had powder on his lips. So people in the crowd are like, yo, Young Ill, wipe off your face, put on chapstick, wipe that shit off your lips. So people are already like, yo, Young Ill did crack and came to the battle, man. What the hell is going on with him, man? He can't get shit right. This is the buzz before the battle's even starting. So, Averb, Young Ill, it's on y'all. man, Averb has a conversation with Young Ill about how he got to get himself straight and how he got to get off the drugs and he got to come back and what's wrong with him. And Young Ill just goes in. You know what I mean? Like, goes in like, oh, like Ice Pack is back. The crowd is going crazy. That every single line Young Ill says, he's murdering it. First round, mind you. So people are already like, oh, it's over. Young Ill is back. Da, 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 da. Like, people are just excited. So Math and Cortez go. Man, it's just like that battle, the 2-on-2 they did in John and Don's bullpen league. Like, they're going in. The chemistry is crazy. That first round was great. Now, how do I judge that first round? Math and Cortez chemistry was really good. And you put that against a round where basically Young Ill rapped 90% of it himself and people just excited he was back. I guess from a 2-on-2 standpoint, Cortez and Math were a team and they executed properly. But just from a fan and like excitement standpoint, Young Ill, seeing him in rare form once again was really dope the way they set that up. I'm gonna go back to that, but let's just say, for argument purposes, that round was a tie. So second round, I give the second round to Math and Cortez because it was just the same. Well, actually, no. Math rapped the majority of the second round, and he went crazy. Now, Averb rapped the majority of the second round on his team. He stumbled a little bit, but his showtime was so crazy that fans kept, no, go. But Math was crazy in that round. I give the second round to Cortez and Math, if anything, because Averb had a couple stumbles. It wasn't as clean as you wish it would be. But mind you, at this point in my head, I'm like, yo, I feel like Math and Cortez are up because even though Math rapped the majority of the second round, they have more of the teamwork angle going down. It's more like a call and response. Hey, yo, Math, what's up, Core? Like that kind of stuff. Averb basically rapped the second and Young Ill rapped the whole first. It was hot, but it wasn't like a teamwork thing. And the third round, I think that might have been Math and Core's latest round. I think Averb and Ill were a little short. So looking at it like this, now I said the first round was a tie. Second, I gave to Cortez and Math. Third, I don't really know how you call it. It was a good finish, but definitely not as good as the first two rounds on both sides. I think you could maybe even give the third to Averb and Young Ill, but just looking back on it, just from a team aspect, I think you have to say Math and Cortez won because they showed more teamwork in the battle, as where Averb and Young Ill just took turns rapping. Call it however you will when the video comes out. That's how I feel. Okay, now you have Tay Roc and Sue Surf against none other than DNA and K-Shine, and I thought Tay Roc and Sue Surf was a perfect team on paper. Some people didn't get it, but I think their styles complement each other, and with them going hard with the whole gun titles name and everything like that, like I knew that they were gonna try really hard and try to, bring some life to this. DNA and K-Shine, I just thought that they would take their time and they would prepare for this as much as they did when they first came out as a team. And so I thought that gave them the advantage. Man, now let me tell you something. Tay Roc and Sue Surf go first. Literally, this is like the most well-prepared 2-on-2 I've ever seen. Like, they took it so seriously. Like, a lot of people, you see them having conversational things, or you see like, I rap 2 bars, you rap 2 bars. No, Tay Roc and Sue Surf were rapping half bars and finishing them on time. Like, it was crazy. Like, the amount of teamwork and chemistry they had. That I think only the Source and Ilmac, Marvin Quest, Marlo Shuffle, and shades of DNA and K-Shine, those are the only teams with that much chemistry that I've seen. Like, the shit was on point, and I like to see them against any of the greats. You know what I mean? Like, Tay Roc and Sue Surf were an amazing team. So that first round, it's literally reaction after every 2 bars. The crowd, it's shut down the room. Don DeMarco, oh oh my God. And there was even a line where they said, like, before the shot, Big T. After the shot, Tall T. Rest in peace, Tall T, of course. But, like, yo, it was just crazy. Like, when DNA and Kayshawn started their first round, it was almost like it was just too much to go against. They had to be on 10 to even tie that round. Man, and DNA and Kayshawn, they took, I think they took probably about like 25, 30 bars to really warm up and start getting crazy crowd reaction in their first. So Roc and Surf took that. Second round, and I forget when the first scuffle was, but there's like a scuffle, and you know they hold everyone back, then the battle's back on. I think that was in Roc and Surf's first round, but they got everything back on track, and it just added to the battle. It was like, oh shit, tension is high. We know the whole dot mob thing, like it was crazy. So second round, yo, Surf and Roc do the same thing they did the first round. And at this point, you like, yo, this is one of just the best performances I've ever seen live in a building. On camera, you know what I mean? I would think it's gonna look great. But like, yo, that reaction, it was like when Charlie Clips did the ring card thing to the girl against Serious Jones. It was like that much reaction for a whole round. So yeah, in the middle of I think Tay Roc and Sue Surf finished their second round, and then while DNA and Kayshawn were rapping maybe like a quarter of the way in, someone says something, Tay Roc tells Kayshawn to suck his dick and kind of just puts a fist in his face, like not throws a punch at him, but just lifts his fist to his face. Pandemonium breaks out. It's over. That was a damn shame, man. I hope URL puts that footage out, because, and I'm not slighting Kayshawn and DNA, but yo, Tay Roc and Sue Surf, this is what they did. I don't want to say, oh, this was the best. They reset the bar and the expectation for what a 2-on-2 battle is supposed to be. That shit was fucking amazing. I can't say it enough. And the fact they did it against DNA and Kayshawn, you can't really argue what their status would be right now. So I'm excited to see them again, and they gotta at least put out one round or something of that battle, please, URL. So then you have Big T and Saga versus John and Clips. I can't lie, I kind of thought John and Clips would just smoke them, but Saga and Big T had chemistry, man. They had chemistry, and I would think it would be obvious with NWX, but I really liked them. Their first round was heavily based on Big T saying like, yo, Saga, you gotta stop being so nice. You gotta get in your evil bag like me, blah, blah. And Saga being like, no, man, I gotta keep it this way, and I gotta do it like this. So, see, now here's the funny thing about John and Clips. Clips is very charismatic, so I never doubted whether or not he'd do well in that type of situation. I don't think John and Clips had crazy chemistry, but their performances, like individually, were both crazy, and they just were put together, if you understand what I'm saying. Like two crazy single performances, just rapping, taking turns. You know, it wasn't no crazy chemistry. They didn't take like now. Well, I'm gonna jump ahead of the thing. I'm gonna get back to that point after. But basically, they were both crazy. That first round was nuts on their behalf. John had a line where he said something about how, like, the Saga being a Christian, or something about Jesus Christ, and so he should be used to having to carry a big T on his back. I think, yo, that to me, that might have been the line of the battle. That might have been the single line of the battle. There was a lot of hot teamwork moments, but that line rung out with me. I give the line of the battle of the event to John. Go to Rap Grid on Twitter and scroll down if you want to see what the actual line was, because I might have just butchered it. My bad, John. So anyway, I think John and Clips definitely won the first round. Second round, I'm like, damn, John and Clips gonna smoke them again in the second round. And Big T and Saga came out of nowhere with crazy teamwork. They did like a Michael Jackson Thriller clap slide, where Big T slid this way and Saga slid that way, and it was shut the crowd down. It was hard for me to call that round. I think John and Clips were on their way to winning, and Big T and Saga just said, hell no. Great teamwork. Third round, John and Clips did excellent. And then the venue, I guess they ran out of time. They didn't want, so they went outside and did it. And Big T said it was a performance round, so it didn't really go over well. I think people were just tired. You know what I mean? I think the thing about that battle is you would think that third round would have ruined it, but it was great. It was on its way to probably being the most competitive battle of the event. You know, that might have been the best battle. But it didn't ruin anything. I think people will be satisfied enough with the first 2 rounds. I don't think these 2-on-2s, they weren't really about winning and losing. They were just getting the crowd in an uproar. So nobody was really too mad at it. That was a great battle. I give the most valuable team of the event either Roc and Surf or Marvin Quest. Line of the event, I give to John. The best battle might have been John. As far as back and forth, might have been John and Clips and Saga and Big T, which was a pleasant surprise. So yeah, double impact, really dope event. Now let me get into something else real quick. First of all, Tay Roc and Surf, I guess they're trying to schedule them against John and Clips. Man. Now, if John told me him and Clips didn't start preparing until Wednesday, so they have from Wednesday to Saturday. If they focus and hone in on this, should be a super great battle. You know what I mean? But I want to see, now y'all might not agree, but I want to see Tay Roc and Sue Surf against Briz Rothstein and T-Top. I think as far as stylistically, just being raw and aggressive, that is a perfect matchup. I wanted to see that for this event, but I don't think it would have made sense because, you know, Briz and T-Top don't have the resume Roc and Surf have, so obviously people wanted to see them against who was thought of as the best team. I want to see that. Will it happen? I don't know, but I want to see that battle because I think stylistically, fuck whose name is big and everything, that should be a crazy matchup. But anyway, so yeah, they're trying to set up John and Clips versus Roc and Surf. Should be crazy. We'll see what happens when it goes down. But I think, man, Roc and Surf is crazy. Now, I want to talk about some things. Rap Grit staff is definitely growing. We're doing our thing right now. We'll definitely have way more content, and we're focused on talking about way more things in the culture. I feel like sometimes I do a recap blog or something, then I'll disappear for a little bit. You guys might see me on Twitter, but I think this is something that has to be a constant. We have to constantly cover news. We have to constantly give our opinions on things because I appreciate y'all for fucking with us, and there's not that many outlets, you know, where people really understand how to infuse journalism with an opinion. So with that being said, Heavy Bags was popping. For y'all that don't know, Heavy Bags is now a member of the Rap Grid Squad. Shout out Hollywood, Ak, who you guys are already familiar with, my homegirl Tasha, my man Hemi. Shout out to David, of course, John, Gray. Like we in here, the staff is bigger than it's ever been. And you know, we got some things relaunching, so definitely thank you for continuing to check out our videos. Question for y'all. So when I did the whole thing about the Nunu Nails fight and how we didn't put out the footage, I saw people had mixed opinions, but a lot of people said, man, we wanted to see that footage. I think battle rap is getting to a point where a lot of the battlers don't have any media training, so they don't know how to react when they're getting publicly scrutinized for something that they may have done. A lot of times they get mad at me, or that, you know, we have personal relationships with these people, but it's starting to get to a point where I'm like, man, we gotta report on everything. You know, I'm here to give an unbiased opinion, but I believe that, you know, any battlers, if you're watching this, if you do something crazy and I talk about it, you know what I mean, it's not to really drag you, it's to basically, you know, I want you to grow from your experiences. You know what I mean, we all make mistakes, but I feel like these things have to be talked about, because if me or someone else on Rap Grid, you know what I mean, if we don't talk about it, we're gonna take our time. We're gonna, you know, journalistically, we're gonna discuss how, you know, we should go about informing fans or breaking down a situation. But some of these bloggers, who I won't name, they just randomly spew out information, you know, and they think it's supposed to matter for something because they got a couple fans that watch their blogs. But I feel like, you know, we have enough integrity, we have enough insight to really pull off this thing 110%. So what you're gonna be seeing is a lot more like the webcam interviews, a lot more blogs on everything going on, and you know, we're gonna up the amount of videos we put out per day, and no one's gonna be matching our production. So like I said, let us know what you want to see us talk about. You want to see us do some first take Steven and Skip shit, you know what I mean? You want us to relaunch the podcast, whatever you want us to do, let us know. But definitely, we here to give opinions, we here to give facts, and we ain't going nowhere. Rap Grid. Introducing Rap Grid's Battle Academy. Your chance to start battling right now.
I'm like, yo, I'm about to do something nobody ever did in battle rap. They're like, what's that? I'm like, yo, I'm gonna pull out a bomb during the battle.